And hello. Welcome into the stream. Let's see. Cat is back here. I'm going to talk a little softly because she's not feeling well, and usually a lot of talking makes her want to leave the room. Let's turn this down a tad. But yeah, this is going to be a chill stream. I have a little art project I'm going to work on. My lighting's a little different because I'm using a grow light that I had bought for something that I never ended up using. But it'll come in handy with this, because I'm going to need the light. So you're going to see me looking for, well, you're going to see my hands, I should say, as that is going to be the focus of all of this. So in order to do that, I need to move my webcam. Get ready for a ride. I'm going to mute it so I like the sound. Alright, this is a little harder than I thought. Over here, and then we can go straight down. Alright, I think that's gonna have to work. So, what I have are some gloves, some moss, and this little dead bonsai tree. Which came to me broken. I don't know if you could see that, but I had to glue it back together. Yeah, there you go. There you can see it. So I need to... The goal is to get some of this Java moss, is what it's called, onto this to make it look like a tree. And I'm going to be using some Gorilla Glue to do that. It's aquarium safe. This is ultimately going into an aquarium. But yeah, I'm going to get started. I'm not quite satisfied with the camera placement, though. But it seems my cord is too short. So this is probably as good as it's going to get. I was hoping to get more of this area over here. But I guess I can use this area more. Just move some things over. Alright, keyboard is going to stay there, I guess. Alright, let's do this. So, first thing first. What I'm going to be doing is inspecting some of the moss, most of the moss, pretty much the moss I'll be using, for snail eggs, because got this online. They didn't sell it at my local shops. And some of the reviewers had mentioned that, after they put this moss on, a couple of days later, their tanks were full of invasive snails, which can really, really upset things. And as far as like what I'm going for, especially, which is like basically an underwater terrarium. Gloves. All right, I'm just gonna move my chair over too. It's a little easier. So once I start touching stuff, I'm not going to want to, like, touch my mic or anything. So I'm going to do this for now. That's a little better, I guess. Camera, are you gonna move at all for me? Just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, as good as it's gonna get. All right. Actually, okay. Mike doesn't even show up on camera, so let's just do this. Maybe. Gotta lock my chair in. All right, let's open this baby up. It's probably gonna stink. It's on there pretty tight. Come on. Ugh. We're getting there. I guess I'm glad to see that, you know, this was able to get shipped without opening. Because this is pretty hard to take off. Oh, you got it. Okay. I don't want it to snap off, so... Alright. Put the lid over here for now. Alright, look at that gooey goo. So, a lot of people use Java Moss for these kind of things. Let's see if this works a little better with the mic. A lot of people use Java Moss for these kind of things because it's durable, for one. And two, it's supposedly easy to, like, stick to the branches because it's so easy to move. So I'm trying to judge right now, like, how much I'm going to need for this. Because I'm not going to use all of it, for sure. I also wish this thing didn't come in broken, but it is what it is. Alright, I guess I'll just start tearing into it. The gloves are more so for the super glue. I don't want super glue on me, but I'm going to inspect this stuff as good as I can possibly do. Which is not going to be easy. I wish I had like a... What is it? A magnifying glass. That's the word I'm looking for. I also don't even know what snail eggs look like, really. Just looking for anything that's out of the ordinary, though. So far, I've done a real good job at keeping my tank free of pest snails. Is it the end of the world if I get them? No, but I'd prefer not to have them. Actually, you know, I'm going to look up some pest and snail eggs. I don't want to necessarily get these gloves dirty, though. Or, you know, touch my computer with these gloves, so 1 second. It should probably be a good idea, you know, have some references. There we go. Free up the hand. So according to this advice, some people bleach dip their plants. I don't want to do that. I don't know if I'm liking this bleach idea. But I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world if I tried that. But I was more so looking for the eggs. Alright, now I'm freaking myself out. I think I might actually do the bleaching thing. Because apparently these things are super hard to find on plants. Just worried about the bleaching, like, messing my tank up. I don't want to do that. But I guess if I just wash it off, it should theoretically work, right? Weirdly enough, there's not like an actual, like, great picture for these things. What is this? Alright, but yeah, so according to this website, this is what I should do. Because it's only going to take like 90 seconds. So it's kind of like, why not? Oops. I will be back soon, but I'm going to do a little bit more investigating with the glove method here. Yeah, like, it's probably too hard for me to be able to tell, like... Also, the plant doesn't really stink too much. It's not too bad. I think I'm gonna go get some bleach. So I will be right back. Enjoy the music. Alright. Watch some of my stuff. Just regular water. I'm gonna look up and see if there's any alternatives to bleaching, because it turns out I don't have any bleach. I'm thinking alcohol, maybe, could help, but I don't know for sure. So, or hydrogen peroxide even. Again, I don't want to kill the plant. So, I'm going to look that up real quick. Vinegar. Vinegar's nice. I have vinegar. Dry and place them back in aquarium. I can do that. I have distilled water too. Oh yeah, alright. Let's look at this real quick. It's the bleach step. Parasites, that's what I want to get rid of. Oh, hydrogen peroxide. Alright, there, here we go. This is the one I was wondering. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, well that's not what I wanted to see. Oh, okay. Soak new plants in salt water for 15 minutes to eliminate any eggs stuck on there. I'm going to go do that. So I will be back once more to go grab some salt water. Let's, BRB! Alright, I'm back. So, I got a bowl Then I'm going to use quite a bit of salt in it. I don't know how much is too much, if there is a too much. Let's see, but therefore you'll need to clean off new plants. Okay. All right. So 15 minutes we got to soak these bad boys. I'm using distilled water I got originally for another little plant project. I don't know if it's ever going to work though. A mini English sundew that came in this little glass ball, but I've yet to try that. Maybe I'll do that too at the end. But first thing, where did my glove go? I realized I took off one of my gloves. I don't know what I did with it. Well, I guess for now, if I'm also like killing all these things, don't really need the glove, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna look up real quick though, just to make sure, and I'm gonna put the cap back on this giant jug of water. Salt water. Let's go search. Alright, I think I'm going to watch this video, so I'm going to pause the music real quick. See what this...
The weak salt dip was 1 tablespoon of salt per gallon of water. Dip it in for 10 minutes, rinse it really well, and then put it in fresh water. Versus the strong salt dip was 1 cup of salt per gallon of water. Dip it only for 15 to 20 seconds with no roots in the salt dip. Whoops. Rinse it, and then go ahead and put it in fresh water. Now for the weak salt dip, definitely saw the adult snails moving around day 5, so that didn't work. This was also the only experiment where I saw a lot of planaria, so not sure if they were hitchhiking on the other plants or not. For the strong salt dip, unfortunately I accidentally threw away the adult snails before waiting long enough to see if they would revive, but doesn't matter because by day 9, I definitely saw that baby snails had hatched and the eggs were viable. So bottom line, neither of the aquarium salt experiments worked. Definite fail.
Ooh, that's not good.
For treatment number 2, we've got hydrogen peroxide. The 3% concentration is very cheap, commonly found at your local drugstore. And as you can see from the solid colored bottle, it breaks down very easily when exposed to light. So for the duration of the treatments, I tried to put those tubs in complete darkness whenever possible. For the weak bath solution, you basically put 2 to 3 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide, which is about half a teaspoon per gallon of water, and then you just leave the plant in there without any water changes because hydrogen peroxide breaks down so easily. Now for the what I'll call the 25% dip, that's 25% hydrogen peroxide and 75% water. So in my case, about 4 cups of hydrogen peroxide and 12 cups of water. You're gonna leave the plant in there for about 20 minutes.
That's a lot.
Take it out and then put it in fresh water without rinsing, apparently. The final recipe I tried was a 50% dip. So 50% hydrogen peroxide, 50% water, dip it in there for 10 minutes, take it out, rinse it, and then put it in fresh water. The weak bath solution was totally useless. I mean, the snails were moving by the very next morning, which was like 7 hours later. I often see this recipe quoted when people want to treat their aquariums for blackbeard algae, but I actually had some BBA on this plant and it totally didn't affect it at all. It just gave it a nice tickly bubble bath. So maybe if I had dosed that concentration every day repeatedly for a week or more, I don't know, it would have worked, but as of right now, I would not recommend this recipe. Now the 25% dip was one of the first contenders that actually made it through the whole 1 month experiment. None of the adult snails survived, and then I never saw any baby snails hatch at all. You can see the egg sac blob things were definitely a milky color versus normally the viable ones have a clear blob.
I don't see any of those.
Black dots, or sorry, brown dots inside representing the baby snails. Now, I did notice in this tub there seemed to be a lot of kind of plant debris that kept falling off. So I'm not sure if the plant really survived. I mean, Java fern's really hardy, and to be fair, this plant came to me already not looking so good. It had brown leaves, a bunch of holes in it. So go ahead and try this recipe at your own risk and let me know in the comments what you guys find out. As for the 50% dip, I actually did this experiment last year when I got some Myriophyllum matagrossens, which is this fluffy looking plant that looks like it's more delicate than Java fern. And the great news is, A, the plant didn't turn brown or lose any leaves. B, it looks like all the adult snails keeled over and died. And then C, I never had any baby snails hatch at all. So the only caveat to this experiment is I can't guarantee for sure that there were any snail egg sacs on the plant in the first place. So I'd have to do more testing to find out. Bottom line, I think the 2 hydrogen peroxide dips really show some promise. I personally like hydrogen peroxide better than other chemicals like bleach and potassium permanganate, which are really deadly to handle. And then plus it easily breaks down into water and oxygen, especially when exposed to light. The only thing is I ran out of snail infested plants, so I would definitely have to run these experiments again to confirm. Speaking of recipes out there,
all right, I want to just make sure I have the right salt.
Most commonly recommended. Treatment number 1 is aquarium salt, and I basically tested 2 recipes. The weak salt dip was 1 tablespoon of salt per gallon of water. That's for getting rid of snails and snail eggs from newly purchased plants before they ever hit your display tank.
Okay. I'm gonna go see how much hydrogen peroxide I have. I figure why not maybe like do a combo of the salt and the peroxide in the water, and we'll see what happens. I would assume it would be okay since the hydrogen peroxide in the video mentioned like it doesn't really affect the plant. I mean, I do have like obviously a very different plant, so I'm also thinking I don't want to have to put it in there too long. And maybe I could even save some just in case, like in case it dies. But in either case, I'm going to wash my plants off before I put them into my tank, but we'll see what happens. So I will be right back. Bring on the music. Alright, I'm back. Got my peroxide. Good old Walgreens brand. Alright, so I think I have too much salt. And I have too much... I'm going to have too much peroxide, but I will definitely be thorough in my quest here to try and... What's the best term for this? Pacify? Not pacify, that's definitely not the right term. Decontaminate, there we go. Decontaminate my Java moss. So yeah, I got quite a bit of moss, so I'm going to put that aside. We're going to try our experiment with this stuff first, and see how it goes. So the thing about this experiment is, I kind of only get one shot at it. Because once the sails get in there, that tank is effed in the A. So, yeah, fingers crossed that this is what I'm supposed to do. Or, not what I'm supposed to do, something that I do that works good enough. Alright, so, let's start things off. You know what, I'm going to be a little conservative. Just a little bit more moss. There we go. Gotta pet the moss, you know, make it feel comfortable. Now, I do want to go back to that lady real quick, just to see how much she put in.
Per gallon of water, and then you just leave the plant in there without any water change.
So I'm not going to do weak.
Peroxide breaks down so easily. Now for the what I'll call the 25% dip, that's 25% hydrogen peroxide and 75% water. So in my case, about 4 cups of hydrogen peroxide and 12 cups of water. You're going to leave the plant in there for about 20 minutes, take it out.
Okay, so 4 cups of hydrogen peroxide. 12 cups of water. I don't have a measuring cup with me. I'll be right back again. Lots of BRBs in this stream. My apologies. Trying to be thorough, you know? Never... Better be safe than sorry, they say. Alright. Get the measuring cup. Gonna try and be a little better about this. That's gonna get everywhere. If I only had one more container. I don't want to get up again. I'm tired of getting up. But this is a lot of salt. Screw it, right? We knew what we were getting into. So I'm going to do 4 cups of water. And I'll put you over here. Do 4 cups of water, and then we'll do 1 cup of the peroxide. So let me close that so I don't spill it on accident. Alright, water, come over here. There we go. Yeah, this distilled water is only for really, well, originally only for trying to grow my little English sundew, which I don't think is ever going to really work out because we're just too dry here. So, not worried about using up a lot of it, but I really want to keep some of it just in case. Alright, let's pour this bad boy in. Let's mix this up. Ooh, cold. I know, I would not want to drink any of this. This is going to take a while for it to all kind of dissolve into the water. It's getting there, though. It's getting there. All right, we're good enough. Squeeze all the water off my glove. All right, now for the peroxide. Alright, I'm gonna be a little bit more conservative with the peroxide just because I don't want to, like, waste it all. It's not like we use it for much anyway, but... Oh yeah, it breaks down in light, so this is probably gonna break down pretty quick, too. So I need to act fast now. Alright. Time for your bath. Bloop, bloop. Probably should have mixed the water a bit too before I did this, but... Alright, we're just gonna let that sit here for like a couple minutes, and then we'll rinse them off and see what our results are. See, all I know is if I was swimming in that, would not be a good time. So hopefully any hitchhikers, it deals with them. Yeah, looking at my other moss, though. I might have this, once it's been rinsed off, I might have this one stay in the light for just a little bit, and then rinse it again. So, a double rinsing. And then we can potentially get into the next step, which is the gluing. Just doing some hand stuff. Alright, let me check in on this stuff. I see lots of bubbles forming. I don't think there'd be like a chemical reaction, right? By mixing the two. Ooh, lots of bubbles. Alright, let's get you out of there. Let's get most of you out of there. I once had a doctor tell me never to use hydrogen peroxide for like wounds, which, you know, that's what it's marketed for, I feel like. Because it destroys tissue. So I'm pretty sure it's going to do a good job on this stuff. Let me look at the water real quick to make sure there's nothing in there. Well, I see a lot of debris, but I don't see any live animals, so that's a good sign, right? Alright, let me go wash this stuff off. I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? I'll leave the light on for this one. I'm gonna cover this up still, but actually no, I'm not gonna cover this up. I'll half cover it up. Got more gloves. Well, another glove. This will be for this. It's nice and washed. I give it a couple of full dippings in some warm water. But yeah, I'm going to let it dry out for a tiny bit. Let's look at what's happening here. There's still a lot of bubbles coming up from the plants. I'm hoping... I mean, it's probably good, right? But yeah, I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to use the plate. So we're going to move this over. I'm going to do this. Like some ASMR stuff right now. Alright, let's pick this guy apart. I'm not so much concerned now, since, you know, squeeze it like a sponge. Not so much concerned now about, like, dirtiness, since, you know, I have been cleaning it, technically. So let's just... open her up a bit. See what we got to play with. Use that light, you know, to also kill off that hydrogen peroxide. Alright. Yeah, I think this is plenty to work with, too. Now that I'm, like, pulling it apart like this, we got plenty to work with. Good old Sans Undertale. Alright, we'll give this about... Let's be safe. We'll take out 10 minutes. I'm just going to do this once. Oop. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that at all. Okay, didn't pick up too much. So no matter what happens, I can say that at least I gave it a pretty damn good try as far as trying to decontaminate all of this stuff. I feel like the peroxide is probably more so what's going to be working on this than the salt, but we shall see. We shall see. And the only reason why I'm not using the rest of this right now is because I want to keep it just in case this dies. Not that it would be the end of the world, but, you know, why not have a backup plan, right? Alright, so got 9 minutes left. So just directly into the bright light. I should note that after this, too, I'm going to give it one more rinse off, and then we're going to get to the actual tree part. Now I'm going to do, like, half and half. So, like, right now this is on this side. I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Currently in the tank, I only have 2 animals. I have 2 snails. A Neurite and a mystery snail. So those are the only things I have to worry about killing at the moment. But by tomorrow, probably around this time, I'll have what's actually the main attraction of the tank. So I forget what they're called. Sakura shrimp? Cherry Sakura shrimp? You know what? Let's look up pictures while we're watching this. My real estate has gotten not so great on my desk. So let's go back here. I'm actually going to look at my order real quick. So I got my shrimp from a place called the Shrimp Farm. And they're guaranteed alive on arrival, but they're not being overnighted. They're going to be in transit for like, let's see, they shipped them yesterday, and so if you want to count yesterday, 3 days. But yeah, it's basically these little guys. These are going to be the main attraction. I liked that they were multicolored. I know there's a grading system. I don't really care about that. It's more so I want the animals to be alive. That's all I'm hoping for. Keeping my fingers crossed for that. But, you know, if they were, I guess... What does this say? Triple S or double S grade, that'd be cool too, but not holding my breath for that. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see if I can blow this up. Alright, so I guess I'll be a little disappointed if they were C grade, because they're mostly just red at that point. But B on up, that's perfectly fine, for me at least. But yeah, I'm excited to see them tomorrow. Let's go to the shrimp farm. Let's just see what other shrimp they have. Why shrimp, you may ask? Because I have a tiny desktop aquarium, only like 2 gallons. So not a lot of, you know, real estate. I don't want to put a fish in there because it's kind of cruel, I think, even for like a beta. But, you know, these are little bugs, basically. They're sea bugs, water bugs. I figured they don't need a lot of space to survive. And besides, the 2 snails that I have in there already, they seem pretty happy. What's another couple little guys like this just swimming around? So these guys, the little red riding hoods, I also considered, as well as some of these blue ones, like this blue bolt specifically. Thought those were cool. You can see the ones that I went with here. I also really liked these ones, the black ones. The green ones looked cool, but they were super expensive looking. Not looking, but, you know, were. Alright, let's flip these babies real quick. Okay, flipped. Yeah, where was I? The green chip. Green's my favorite color, but with how the tank has come out, I don't think they would show up very good. Same with the blue shrimp, because the tank is kind of bluish in sort of the lighting, and you know, obviously the plants. I would say the red really were the second option, but I felt like I wanted more color than just on the head. But yeah. Also, wasn't a big fan of the black shrimp. But yeah, those were my choices. And as I said, guaranteed live on arrival. So we shall see if indeed that will be the case. Alright, we've got another 3 minutes. I'm gonna go wash that off. And then we're going to try and glue that to the tree. I'm gonna put this in the bathroom as well, because it's just taking up space at this point. Oh, now I smell that good old water plant smell. It smells like a lake. Ah. I probably should have did this from the start, but let's pick a little timer. Once that gets down to 2, I'll get up and do this, and yeah. So, this is an interesting idea for me. I've never done a stream like this before, to date. More of an arts and crafts sort of stream. Having fun with it, of course. Doesn't seem to be too popular with other people. No one's kind of stopped by. But, whatever. I do this for me. This is my hobby. This is my hobby, featuring a new hobby, which is aquascaping, sort of, slash taking care of small fish tank. But yeah, there's not going to be a video game stream today, but I will click on the poll to see what people voted for. I think Star Wars is probably still going to be it, but you never know, so I'm going to check that out. Down to the wire here. We got 45 seconds left. Just vibing to the music right now. Alright, it looks like we have a whole hour left on the music too, so we shouldn't have to change it. But I might. there's a video here that I see Pokemon lo-fi beats. I might change it to that. Yeah, the thing about this is that you can't... I mean, you probably could, but I don't think the algorithm is built that way, since, you know... Basically what I was going to say is, they can't really police lo-fi songs that are video game related because, you know, one, Twitch works off video games. So that music, if it is recognized, is probably, you know, not going to ping as being somebody else's work. And B, it... also, like, I don't think you can use this stuff without permission, and I imagine most lo-fi people who make lo-fi beats don't seek permission from Nintendo to make this stuff. And I'm pretty sure Nintendo would not allow it anyway. They're kind of very strict on their products. Did this not go off? Alright, yeah, it didn't go off. Some alarm. Alright, I will be right back. Enjoy the music. Once again, I gotta say, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be surprised. I've done a very thorough job at cleaning, rinsing, drying, all of the possible things that I could do for a plant that is, you know, cannot be held to the same standards as the ones in the video that we just saw. This is a moss, not an actual plant, so it doesn't require as much. Alright. I don't need the measuring cup anymore, but I'll keep it there for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to space this stuff out again. Mainly because I think it would work a little better, a little drier. Obviously, I'm not going to, like, dry it out. That's not the goal, but... Also, if I, like, clump it up like this already, it'll help me with, I think, positioning. So... I can't believe I was even considering bleaching my plants. I prefer the hydrogen peroxide way more. And also, the light would probably help with getting rid of any lingering hydrogen peroxide that might still be attached to the plant. One would hope. I'm glad I'm documenting this, at the very least. This is fun. Alright, you know what? I'm going to throw you down here. Out of sight, out of mind. There you go. Alright. While I'm waiting, I'm going to put on my other glove again. My new glove, I should say. Bum ba da rum, rum ba da da dum. Hand farts. Well, there was one. Okay. Let's get down to business to defeat the hunt. Ugh, it's stinky. Alright, so this tree is a little bunched up, I guess. It's a great size for the tank, but it's a little bunched up. Which means we're going to have basically a giant mass of stuff here. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more of a wispy tree, but didn't really get a choice in the matter. Okay. So, what I need to do... see if I can, I guess, do something like that. 'Cause that's how I'm going to glue it. So for example, I'll glue that right there. Actually, I think that'll work. I gotta work fast though, because this glue dries fast. And this is why the gloves come in hand. Okay, a little bit of glue on there. I'll do this again. Alright, so that's going to dry for a bit. But first one down. Stand this up here. I'm going to break this one in half. This is a lot. I think this one's going to be the next one I do. Yeah, okay. It's not coming out exactly how I want it, though. I might have to redo this one. Well, it's going to be on a smaller branch, though, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Two little globs. Let's shove you in there. Go down, go down, go down. Alright, so far so good. Now comes for this tangled mess up here, though. Okay. No, I want you to stay in there. You're a nice, good, long piece. We're gonna do this. On this little branch right here. Oh, that's a big glob. That will stick for sure. So supposedly, putting super glue on these things doesn't do really anything to them. So they'll be safe in the aquarium. Oh, that big piece fell off. Oh well. Oh, hey Chaos. Yeah, this is for the fish tank. I'm making a little tree. Trying to be fancy with it, you know? Just trying to decide how I'm going to fill this tree out, though, because it's kind of like, as you can see, very, it's like a centerpiece right here. It kind of just all coalesces into. Well, let's see. I guess I could cut this off, but I don't... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to cut it off. Don't really want to, but sometimes you got to do it. Because if I put anything else there, it's going to look really weird, I think. So... let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. Alright, that'll be the next spot. So, as you can see, this is a very chill stream. So, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day. I'm going to try putting some on the actual plant instead. See how that works. Oops. Just have to hope that stays. But I like how that came out if that stays. Like, look at that. Looking nice, looking nice. This guy's looking a little limp already. But we're still just in the beginning stages. We're going to fill this out a lot more. This is why I'm wearing gloves, so I don't get glue all over me. Because I hate the feeling of super glue on my fingers. Alright, this one... I think I'm going to try doing the glue on the plant again. I just need to be a little quicker. Alright, so this one's going right here. Alright, I kind of messed that one up. Not too bad, I guess. I probably should put something here too, though. Just a tiny one. No, that's too tiny. Let's see. Let's rip some of this up. So for your information too, Chaos, this is called Java Fern, or no, Java Moss. And it's one of the most common plants used for what I'm doing right now. Alright, I think that'll be good if it sticks together. Ah. Get on there, get on there, get on there before it's too late. Alright. Kind of messed up that one too, but at least it's on there. So me shaking it, you know, it's like a stress test. Alright, we got a lot of tree left. I'm not quite sure how I want to go about this. I guess I could do a bigger piece up top like this. Which I think that's actually what I'm going to do. Let's do a big one in the middle. Okay. And put on your hat. So far so good. Just gotta keep telling myself, we're gonna fill it out, we're gonna fill it out. This isn't the end. But I think I'm gonna put this next big piece. Also, I gotta factor into that this is eventually going to grow as well. So, like, it'll fill out on its own naturally. Yeah, I think right there it has to go there. There's like no other option. Ugh, getting the glove or the glue on me. I've got the glue on me. Wasn't quite what I was going for, but it still works. I think it's better than what I was going for. We're actually almost done. I really only got like a few more branches I can actually use, unless I want to be really meticulous. I'm going to try and be a little meticulous, but we'll see if that works out. Alright, this one needs to be a little skinnier. At least. So I'll put that right there. Yes, yes, I like that idea. Oh, no, 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 no. Stay on the plant, glue. Alright. This one didn't come out so great. Luckily, I just need to do some plucking and it's good as new. But I am going to do a little bit more glue to make sure that it does stay together somewhat. Okay, we're looking pretty good, I think, so far, right? I'm gonna do a very small wispy one, I think, for this little guy, but this little branch. So I'll put the pieces over here. Oh, that's a big root. Or stem or whatever. Oops. Okay, well, it fell apart. As this stuff is wanting to do. Okay, looking for another couple of big green pieces. I think right here is what I need. Alright, let's put all this stuff together. Squish, squish, squish. Bum, bum, bum. I'm pretty sure this music is just like repeating itself, but I like it still. It's music I like in general, so can't go wrong with video game music, especially Nintendo music. Uh-oh, get in there. Alright, some of it came off with me, but this one kind of looks gross now that I look at it closer. I wonder if I should be squirting this stuff to keep it, like, moist. Nah, it should be fine. We are just very dry here in Colorado. I want to make sure I'm not baking this sucker. Ba, ba, ba. I mean, technically, this is a grow light, so it's providing good lighting for it. My gluey fingers are like messing me up now. We're gonna make this into one. There we go, that's way better. Alright, where are you going? I'll have to put you right there. Let's get you in right here, buddy. Okay, so we got a few more branches left. I'm going to do these ones up in the back. And then we got one more in the front that I might put just a bigger bush more than anything on that. Because it's two like very small branches. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. This will cover it. Well, it's some separation though. I wonder if this is like going to be like a real tree and some of the leaves are going to be detrimental to the plant's health because it's preventing light. My guess would be yes, judging by how things look already. This is going to be a nice, big, vibrant one on top. Get in there. Oh, that one's a little too big. I don't like that. Also, just look at my finger. It's covered in this stuff now. So glad I'm wearing gloves for this. Should probably not try to do this one-handed. I'm just worried about my glue hand messing things up now, though. Also, the tree is getting a little top-heavy. Come on, glue. There we go. You better not be empty, I just bought you. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, 2 more. And then I think we're ready to go. Sometimes when you pick it up, it just, you know, clumps in the right spots. Already looks pretty natural. Come on. Let's try that again. Where's my glue at? It's all stuck. Come on, glue. We got a glob coming. Come on. We're almost done. You stupid glue. If I could do this, maybe it'll work. Like, I see it. It's just all right here. It's just not coming out. I mean, I don't want to have to unscrew it, but I might have to unscrew it. Yeah, I feel like they didn't give me a lot of glue in this. Like, this is brand new. I bought this specifically for this. Like, to be out already. It's just astoundingly stupid. All right, I didn't really do too much on the tree though. That's good enough for now. All right, well, let's see if I can get one more glob for the back piece here. Let's see, get some of our best stuff here. Actually, no, this looks better. Well, this has been quite the journey. We went from trying to figure out how to sterilize these things to now running out of glue. I might just do this again, see if I can just dip it in. right in there. Alright, sort of worked. I need to work a little faster, a little faster. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, that sucked. Let me repeat that. I think we're good. Got our little tree going. So I'm just gonna shake it, shaky. See if I can get some pieces to fall off that are not glued on. Because the less I have to clean up once it's in the tank, the better. I'm trying to wrap this one around one of the tiny branches. Hold me closer, tiny branch. I'm noticing now that there's one piece that I don't really like because it's bare still, but it's in the back, so I'm gonna have to live with it since I can't get any more glue out. But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to go put this in my fish tank now. Let's let it sit here for a minute. I'm gonna take these off finally. Ugh. I realize I don't really have a way to show you the fish tank, but I will take a picture of it and show you that way. Need my handy tools for this. Let's see. Yeah, there should be enough space for it. Okay. Tweezers just in case. Alright, I'm gonna mute. Well, no, I'm just gonna move the microphone. So, you can kind of still hear me. I'm now standing up. Look at me stand. I don't know if this will work, probably not. Close enough. All right. So I like keeping the light on while I do this, just because it helps with seeing things. But I don't want to put it so that it's directly over the tank. There we go. Lots of what you would call, let's see, does that help? A little bit. Doesn't help me see, but it helps with that. Actually, I can very much do this. Because this thing, whoop, is very flexible. There we go. But yeah, just so you can kind of get more of an idea of what it looks like. Anyway, let's drop this bad boy in, shall we? I'm gonna have to switch the light, unfortunately, because I need to be able to see where this is going. Let's move some of this duckweed out of the way. Stuff gets everywhere. I don't want a bunch of duckweed stuck in the branches. I'm gonna have a small window to do this. All right, this is it. I'm gonna have to go finger mode here. Yeah, I gotta push some of my grass out of the way, it looks like. Let's see if I can dig it out a little bit. Come on, grass. Alright. You know what? It looks okay. Not half bad for my first time doing something like this. Oh, it looks like I got some super glue on me, though. Don't know how that happened. I'm gonna pick out some pieces that don't need to be in there while I'm here, you know? The more dead stuff will eventually sink to the bottom. Come on. I wish I had a little net. That's something I don't have, but... Oh, shit. Emergency, emergency. All right. Oh. I was gonna say, this stuff's coming apart a lot now. That's not good. Not good. The stupid duckweed is all over my hands, too. Here, just to show you what I'm dealing with. Everything is so delicate in here too. Like, it's aquascaping, so like it's supposed to look very pristine, but any little movement just kind of messes things up. And I know there's going to be some more natural die-off, but the goal is also not to have like a lot of rotting plant in here, because that's not good. So I want to try and get as much of that out as I can while I see it. Looks like Blue's visiting. Blue is the mystery snail because it's kind of blue. Alright. I got a lot of the big pieces. Oof, this desk is wet. Wet desk. The tree's also a little bit more buoyant than I was expecting. Like, it's on a rock. Alright, I'm gonna have to live with it for right now. Alrighty, baby. Alrighty then. Let's see. I'm gonna call the stream here in a minute. Give you a bit of the art tour, you know. Alright. I'm gonna turn off the grow light. Still got the fish tank light on. But we're gonna turn on this guy. Alright, let's I'm gonna put the lid back on. That's, well, I gotta clean the lid off anyway, so. Curious to how I look now that the tank is complete. Oh yeah, I decided to take a picture too, so. I was about to run my finger through my hair. Probably shouldn't do that with what's on it at the moment, but yeah. It'll take a couple days to see what survives on the tree. It'll also take a couple days for everything to, well, a day at least, for stuff to stop swirling around so much. That's a good picture, actually. Alright, so here's what the final tank looks like at the moment. You can see Big Blue over there, and you can actually see Speedy in the background, too. So, let's do this. There we go. Nice. Yep, and one day I'll actually have a camera situated so that we can see the shrimp tank. Hopefully when there's actually shrimp in it too. But, focus on me, focus on me. Great, now the camera's out of focus. I need to adjust it anyway, still. This is why I don't like moving the camera. Yeah, good enough. But yeah, thank you for coming on this crazy journey with me. I'm gonna go clean up, because I have a big mess in front of me now. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching, and I suppose this is a bye-bye. Actually, I lied. We're gonna look at the results. Let's see. Are you not gonna let me do it? Results, please. I want to see what the heck my poll came out to be. Okay, here we go. Probably have to go into like my extension settings. Ugh. Bear with me, folks. There they are, extensions. My extensions. Ugh, why isn't this working? Okay. Yes, it's visible. There was an option yesterday or the other day that I was doing that, like, let me mess around and configure it. But I'm not seeing that right now, so I'm tempted to... No, I want to do this on air, so let's figure this out. Ugh, let's move this over a little bit, get a little bit more comfortable. My desk is so wet. Ah, there it is. Alright. Oh, we had an Undertale vote. Jedi's Fallen Order. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to do Jedi, and we'll do Undertale after we beat Star Wars. So, next week, I will start Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, so please join me, won't you? For sure it'll be a Wednesday that I'll be streaming, so next Wednesday. And now I bid you adieu.